This is a true story that I heard from the man who this happened to. One of my priest friends, who we'll call Father John, had recently been ordained, and the parish he was assigned to was a heavily Hispanic parish where most of the people only spoke Spanish. And it just so happened that the Spanish-speaking priest who was supposed to be hearing confessions on that Sunday afternoon was out of town. So Father John gets up to the pulpit and he reads his pre-written Spanish homily and tells the parishioners if they haven't been to confession in a while and want to confess to a gringo who has no idea what they're saying, then they need to go to confession that Sunday afternoon. Needless to say, he had a record-long line for confession. But this is where things really start to get miraculous. After hearing a few hours of confessions and not really understanding much of what was said, he's about to go home when a woman stumbles her way into his confessional. Father John begins the confession in the usual way, but this is when something strange happens. This woman begins to tell Father John that she's been away from the church for many years and this is her first confession in a long time. She pours her heart out to Father John in this confession, and, oddly enough, Father John understands every word perfectly. But in case that wasn't enough, and keep in mind, Father John told me this himself, he said he then counseled the woman. He began to speak to her in Spanish, and he was using Spanish words that he didn't even know, but somehow he understood them perfectly. So inexplicably, for 15 minutes, Father John became fluent in Spanish. And then, just as quickly as his fluency in Spanish came, it disappeared as soon as he walked out of that confessional. This is an authentic instance of God giving one of his priests the gift of tongues. Because God, in his tender mercy, will do anything possible to help sinners to return to him. And if there's a language barrier that needs to be removed, God himself will remove it. This woman was seeking the infinite mercy of God in the confessional, and she found it. If you're a Catholic and you haven't been to confession in a long time, this is your sign. Return to God now.